It has been 2 years since the release of the Rebirth album. As an anniversary treat, it is time to sit down and discuss the full discography of the Old Gods of Asgard. At least the songs we have access to. After we are done, I will look into the history of the band, the mystery still surrounding them, and exactly how they can predict the past, present, and future in their music. For now, let's begin with Skald Awakens. This one will be a little different since there are no lyrics at all. However, there are a couple cool details that play into the naming scheme of the album and allusions to Scandinavian history and folklore. The song begins on a rainy day with thunderstorms in the background. Alone, this is likely just a choice to mark the setting of a ship caught in the storm, but combined with the final song of the album, Sea of Night, it takes on a more thematic meaning. The last song ends with the same rains falling in the background, almost as though the album begins exactly where it ends and starts anew in a never-ending cycle. While not on the album art, it brings to mind the artwork for one of the Old Gods variants in the real world, Poets of the Fall. The compilation album called Alchemy Part 1 shows the serpent eating its own tail. As one thing ends, something new begins. Hence the title, Rebirth. If one were to play the album on a loop, there would be no clear beginning or end since these two songs bookend the rest of the music. Coincidentally, these are the only two tunes that were not found in any RCU games, despite a reference to the latter in the nursing home, the end point of life's journey. This song, however, is about the birth, the awakening of Skald. The term was more prominent between the 9th and 13th century. It referred to a class of poets who took it upon themselves to maintain the history and folklore of their people. More than this, they served other roles. Some were warriors, some served as politicians. It was common to see their poetry and music performed all the way from festivals to courts of the ruling chieftains. Throughout the stories, there were several Skaldic poets worthy of note, such as Egil Skallagrimsson, a poet, sorcerer, and warrior. Another is an interesting one given what happens with the Anderson brothers. Bragi Boddason was another famous Skaldic poet. At that time, there was a god named Bragi who lived among the Aesir and composed poems of their deeds. Some have suggested that upon death, this skull was made into a god. This very much mirrors Barry's experience with the brothers. Old men in one moment, but the second they take the stage, it is as if something possessed them. Alan claims it was something godly.
But there's something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike.
In terms of style, Skaldic poetry was complex, intended to use deep metaphorical imagery, such as referring to a ship as a seahorse. Looking at the lyrics for the rest of the album, it is apparent that the Old Gods wrote to mimic this style. We'll discuss this in future videos. With all that said, it is apparent why the term is used to apply to the Old Gods, warrior poets that entertain important figures in their community. After the last cycle ends, the two awaken in this song. Granted, there are two other band members that could play into this, but we will talk about them in the finale of this series. For now, we'll switch over to track 2 in the next video. See you then. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe to receive updates on future uploads. If you would like to help support the channel, a Patreon has been set up and the link is in the description below. Have a great day and peace be with you all.